cooked me some, and I messed around there and put some soda in the dough, and them things I put them in the oven. Them things swelled up so high, and I couldn't eat them, and I threw them out there to the dog, and the dog wouldn't eat them. I said, I got to go get my wife.
Though they've been together longer than they can count on their fingers and toes, the Pitts are still a happy couple, still very much in love.
I was proud that we was able to stay together.
I got it now. He can't go nowhere now. He can't drive. So I got him now.
He can't drive. He can't go anywhere.
No, exactly. Beautiful.
That's very sweet.
More than 70 years.
Yeah,
incredible.
Very impressive.
As someone who got married, let's say, almost 3 months ago, that I feel, we're going strong.
Getting some good advice there, yeah.
Exactly, so good advice. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. A cloudy weekend is on the way. We hope it doesn't dampen our chance to see the partial eclipse that we're getting in our areas tomorrow. I'll have a look at what to expect for the rest of your day coming up.
Plus, the Selah School District is now under sanctions after students reportedly made sexual and racial comments toward an opposing student athlete. And there's a celebration of all things agriculture this weekend. We'll tell you all about Agricopia. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Friday the 13th, Riley.
Thank you so much,
Have you had any bad luck so far today?
Any bad luck? Just some technical problems, but other than that, we've been working through it.
We've had technical problems, but nobody's noticed, I don't think. We've kind of managed to get through them, so that might be good luck, actually.
Exactly. We haven't had a Friday the 13th in October in a while. It's been 6 years. So I think the last one was 2017. So it's been a while. But we're back. There's a lot going on today. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. A beautiful Friday the 13th. We're going to get some chance of sprinkles across our region as well for this cloudy weekend that's ahead. But we've got some consistent temperatures that are hanging out for the next couple of days. So that is something to look forward to. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We are seeing very clear conditions in our region right now, but we're going to be seeing some more clouds move in and some potential sprinkles as well. Let's take a look at our WSU football forecast because we've got the homecoming football game for Washington State. That's happening tomorrow. Kickoff 4 p.m., 66 degrees. By the time you head home, 61 degrees. So a beautiful night at Martin Stadium. Giesa Field does get a little chilly though, so even though we've got these nice temperatures, you might still want to bring a blanket if you're heading out to the WSU homecoming game tomorrow. Let's take a look at our daily planner. Mid-60s for the Yakima area. In the Tri-Cities, we're seeing upper 60s. We've got a lot of cloud coverage for your day today and even more for tomorrow. 68 in Walla Walla. We're talking about when those showers are coming in. In my full forecast, I'll have that on the way.
Kennewick police are looking for the person responsible for a drive-by shooting that put Kamiakin High School into a temporary lockdown yesterday afternoon. Officers responded to the 700 block of North Arthur Street. Witnesses told police they saw a white vehicle leaving the area. A nearby apartment building was struck during the shooting, but no one was injured. And the lockdown at Kamiakin was lifted once it was considered safe. If anyone has any information, call the non-emergency number at 509-628-0333 or leave an anonymous tip online at kpdtips.com. The Selah School District has been sanctioned by the Central Washington Athletics Conference after Selah students reportedly made racial comments toward a Prosser High School athlete during a volleyball match at Selah High School last month. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to both superintendents about the incident and what steps are being taken to make sure it doesn't happen again.
No more Prosser athletes traveling to Selah. Selah student fans banned from Prosser High School athletic events, all due to the behavior of Selah student fans at a home volleyball match against Prosser on September 28th.
Using racial slurs or vocabulary word choices that had racial connotation to them, as well as there were issues of sexual connotation and poor sportsmanship.
All targeting an athlete on the Prosser volleyball team, who their superintendent says were shocked.
It felt horrible. It's just inappropriate. It's unfair.
SELA Superintendent Kevin McKay issued a public apology to Prosser the following day, saying the district is appalled by the behavior of some of its student spectators during the varsity contest, in which racial comments and inappropriate remarks were directed from the crowd toward a participant on Prosser's volleyball team. I spoke with McKay over the phone, and while he didn't want to be on camera, he did tell me that disciplinary action has been taken against the two students involved, and that while they have a blanket policy not to discuss the particulars about that type of disciplinary action, he says in this case, the discipline does reflect the seriousness of the situation. As a result of their investigation, CWAC issued sanctions against SELA School District, which they appealed to Yakima Valley Interscholastic Activities Association District 5.
Some of the modifications to the initial sanctions may have not been our dream or our hope. We were accepting of those modifications.
The end result, 6 sanctions against the district. 1, Prosser athletes will not travel to SELA for indoor sports for the rest of the year.
We're not going to them, so it'll be their responsibility to find a neutral location.
2, depending on the sport, SELA must send either a building level supervisor or an administrator to oversee athletic contests. 3, student fans from SELA High School banned from going to any athletic contests at Prosser High School through the fall and winter seasons. 4, SELA High School put in place a self-imposed 1-game ban for student fans at the home volleyball and soccer games on October 10th. 5, a complete redo of the seating arrangements for home games, with the student fans restricted to their team's half of the court for the rest of the season. And 6, SELA required to update CWAC on their sportsmanship plan throughout the season.
I think what we're just asking for is just to stop. Mr. Kevin McKay, their superintendent, and I have a strong working relationship. We're very focused on the same end result, and that is student safety. We just need them to follow the sanctions and help to make the environment safe for all students,
regardless of what school they're from. In SELA, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
You can hear more from the superintendents on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com, and we'll continue to update you as we learn more. Good Shepherd Healthcare System in Hermiston is holding a full-scale disaster preparedness drill coming up on Tuesday, October 17th. The simulation provides training to Good Shepherd staff on their roles and responsibilities during disasters and how to coordinate response efforts with other agencies. Access to medical care will not be affected, as Good Shepherd will remain fully operational during this time. The Central Washington Agricultural Museum in Union Gap is celebrating farm history this weekend. A free family-friendly event, Agricopia, gives visitors the chance to learn about past farming techniques and equipment like a vintage sawmill, as well as see how horses were used for plowing fields. Visitors will also be able to try out a mini excavator. There will be vendors offering fair food, and in true fall fashion, there will also be wagon rides and pumpkin decorating.
It really comes down to remembering our past. Yakima Valley was built on agriculture, and we celebrate that where we are today is because of how hard they worked yesterday.
The event runs from tomorrow through Sunday, starting at 9:30 in the morning. Admission is free, but you can make a donation to help support the Central Washington Agricultural Museum. A fundraiser is taking place this Saturday to help support the Union Gap Library and Community Center, currently under construction. Crews broke ground on the project in May with plans to open the new building next year. The Friends of Union Gap Library and Community Center is planning a book sale tomorrow to help fund building accessories and programs. The sale will take place in the parking lot of Heritage Bank on South 1st Street in Yakima from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Riley Fitzgerald is here now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We're getting ready for a cloudy weekend and a chance of some sprinkles across the region. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, a new study shows there may be options to help reduce the effects of peanut allergies. We'll get into their findings next.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, Transportation? Meal preparation? What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
You wouldn't buy a car without a test drive.
So why buy a mattress in a box from an online marketing company without ever knowing if it's right for you?
Don't go through the hassle of returning a mattress when you can get it right the first time.
Mattress Depot USA has top quality mattresses that you can actually touch and feel.
Made by local manufacturers.
You're gonna love our prices.
And same-day delivery. Try getting that online.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on the 2024 XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
It's fall in Northeast Washington. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday.
Welcome back. An estimated 1 in 13 children have food allergies, and nuts can cause some of the most serious allergic reactions in the U.S. But a study is looking into how oral immunotherapy in young children may help allergies in the child's future. It's a therapy where researchers expose young children under the age of 1 who have been diagnosed with a food allergy to the food to which they're allergic. The study's author, Dr. Sandra Hong, says of the children who took part in their peanut oral immunotherapy study, 91% ended up being able to tolerate large amounts of peanuts without a severe reaction. She says the rest were still able to be exposed to multiple peanuts at a time. Researchers believe that means those children may not have to worry about accidental peanut exposures.
They are at an ice cream shop and they want to get ice cream, but as long as they avoid the peanut containing ones, they'll be able to tolerate small amounts of contamination.
Dr. Hong says it's critical that oral immunotherapy is only done under the care of a trained allergist because it can trigger allergic reactions. She says they're studying its use in helping with other food allergies as well. The Walk to End Alzheimer's takes place tomorrow morning in Richland. Registration begins at 10 Saturday morning at John Donne Plaza. The walk starts at 11. The event raises awareness and money for care, support, and research. The Alzheimer's Association says Washington State is home to 120,000 patients with Alzheimer's or dementia, along with 300,000 caregivers. Coming up this weekend is the 15th annual Tri-Fi Film Festival. We'll take a look at what the festival has to offer this year. And Riley Fitzgerald will return with a look at your First Alert forecast.
Fall means huge savings at your destination store in Pasco. Broadmoor RV Superstore is needing to move the 2023s to make room for the 24s. And that means the deals are happening. Broadmoor RV has 11 2022 units that need to be moved with the best deals in the Tri-Cities. Our professionals are standing by and ready to make you the deal of a lifetime. Broadmoor RV Superstore, your destination store in Pasco.
We make camping fun.
Flooring is not forever. Are you tired of stains, traffic patterns, chips, dents, scratches, and the smells? Shop for the perfect flooring for your life, whether you need carpet, laminate, or hardwood. Great Floors is here to help you reinvent your space. We're celebrating Karastan Month in October by offering incredible discounts on Karastan carpet and hardwood flooring. Ask about our in-house 0% 12-month financing. Visit a Great Floors today and spend the winter on Great Floors.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
It's a Saturday showdown in Seattle as the Oregon Ducks blow into Husky Stadium to battle Washington. The Ducks, the Huskies, their final regular season Pac-12 meeting ever. Watch Saturday at 12:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
It was dusk. Little Mark Consuelos was on his bike, coming home, heading towards the cemetery. It was to the left.
Not the cemetery.
Next live, Damon Wayans Jr. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
A portion of the news is sponsored by Kubota.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Let's take a look at what's ahead. Chance of sprinkles for your cloudy weekend. Consistent temps that are on the way for the next couple of days. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We're seeing very clear skies currently this morning, but as we get a little bit later on today, this cloud coverage starts to move in, as well as this chance of showers this evening that's heading into the Yakima area tonight, and then maybe heading through the rest of the region just a little bit for some very light, very quick overnight showers. Lots of cloud coverage for the morning. We do have some cloud coverage also for Saturday morning. That's when this annular eclipse is going to be happening Friday morning around 9:20 to 9:25 in our region. So we might have some cloud coverage. We'll talk more about that later on. Cloud coverage picking back up with some more showers for your Saturday night, especially in the Yakima area, possibly in the outskirts of the Mid-Columbia, heading through our region overnight on Saturday, clearing up on Sunday morning. Let's take a look at our current wind speeds. They're staying pretty low. Dayton, though, 10 miles per hour, a little bit higher in the Yakima Valley, but otherwise staying low and going to be consistently on the lower side heading into your weekend. Taking a look at our current temps right now, upper 30s, lower 40s. We're staying very, very chilly around our region, the entire area this morning. So it's chilly as you head outside. We're going to be getting a little bit warmer, mid 60s in the Yakima Valley, upper 60s, lower 70s in the Mid-Columbia, and in the Blue Mountain region, upper 60s, lower 70s as well. Not quite warm, but not quite as cold as we're seeing this morning. Tonight, possible sprinkles, upper 40s, lower 50s around our entire region, so staying pretty cool. Let's talk about this annular eclipse. We're seeing as an annular eclipse this year as opposed to a total eclipse next year. Total eclipse is where the moon completely covers the sun, whereas we're going to be seeing the Ring of Fire. Here's the local timing. For us, it'll be hitting around 9:20 a.m. We've only got a partial eclipse, so that means 70 to 80% coverage. If you want the whole annular eclipse experience, Bend and Eugene, Oregon will possibly have a better view tomorrow morning. Again, that's early, 9:20. 7-day forecast shows lots of clouds on the way and those potential showers. Conditions in the in the mid to upper 60s for the next couple of days ahead. In the Tri-Cities, upper 60s, lower 70s ahead. Lots and lots of clouds that are on the way, those potential overnight showers as well. Similar in Walla Walla, upper 60s, lower 70s ahead. Cloud coverage through the weekend. So we've got a chance of some light and quick overnight showers tonight, but we've got some beautiful cloud coverage over the next couple of days. Very exciting weekend. Friday the 13th today. Beautiful day that's ahead. Have a great Friday.
This weekend marks a celebration of creativity in the Tri-Cities as the Uptown Theater plays host to the Tri-Fi Film Festival. Whether you're interested in horror, sci-fi, comedies, or locally made films, the festival aims to have an option for everyone. And one film in particular is drawing significant interest from the community. If you love a night at the movies, the Tri-Fi Film Festival is offering that and more with a whole weekend of film screenings at the Uptown Theater in Richland. The festival will show dozens of films, the work of local and international filmmakers.
So I think one of the most exciting things for me has been to see, films from all over the world, how their narrative structure is different, how they make films is different. Just the excitement and interest in creation of films, and seeing films that are not just blockbusters, not just produced with very large budgets.
In its 15th year, festival president Lauren Coles says interest has grown substantially for the event.
We've already sold over 200 tickets, which is more than we sold our entire festival last year.
Coles says much of this year's success is owed to the anticipation around the screening of the documentary Richland. In the film, California-based director Irene Lustig explores the community's pride in its heritage as a nuclear company town.
We produced plutonium because the government was paying people to do that.
And its involvement in the creation of the atomic bomb. She spent 4 years on the project.
Is really spending time with lots of kind of people and really trying to dig into trying to understand what it means for a community to live with a really complicated history like the one that Richland lives with, and what are all the different ways that different types of stakeholders and community members kind of wrestle with and think through what that history means to them.
Following Richland's first screening Friday night, Lustig will be on hand to answer questions about the film.
I'm very curious. I'm, of course, nervous. I do know that people have all kinds of strong feelings in the community.
The film debuted at the Tribeca Film Festival in New York City, and it's been shown in Washington, D.C., Seattle, and even the UK. But Lustig says the most important screening will be right here in Richland.
I really think of the film as a kind of collaborative project made with community members. And my hope is that the film will really just facilitate a kind of listening space and discussion space where people are really able to hear each other through watching this film.
Richland will show twice, once Friday evening at 8 and again Sunday at 1:25 p.m. Tickets for the event are available online and at the door. The cost is $25 for a VIP All Festival Pass and $10 for a single day. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, credit cards can be helpful, but they can also lead to troubles down the line. We'll have a few ways to shop without using credit cards next.
Hi, I'm Gino from Italstone. We just received a new container of Quartz Britannica Gold made in the USA. Visit at Italstone today to see, touch, and choose from a huge inventory in stock. At Italstone, we measure, fabricate, and install your kitchen and bath countertops in 5 to 7 days. No one can beat Italstone prices, apples to apples. Here at Italstone, we are with you every step of the way.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
If people don't have a personal experience with hunger, they're not sure who our neighbors in need are. It ranges from babies all the way up to elders. Last year, We had about 800 folks coming in on a weekly basis, and now it's climbed up to 1,400. Food banks allow families to be able to use the resources that they do have to stay in a stable housing situation, pay their utilities, have enough gas to get to work, those kinds of things. And so the Hometown Food Drive is an annual collaborative event that our food bank and so many others have come to really rely on because we're able to serve so many more people. McCurley and Yokes, they have stepped up to the plate. If you can make a difference in the community at the same time, it's win-win. What you drive can drive change in the community.
See all our new vehicle specials, like on the new Mazda CX-90 at McCurleyMazda.com.
The nights are cooler, and many Yakima Valley residents still depend on wood-burning devices in their homes as their primary source of heat. New wood pellet stoves or electrical devices are much more efficient and are regulated to control emissions. They're cleaner burning and release fewer harmful air pollutants and carcinogens. Upgrade today with the help of Yakima Regional Clean Air Agency's Wood Stove Change-Out Program. With rebates up to $3,800, you could get a new device at little or no cost to you if you qualify. Call today.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Credit cards can be a convenient way to shop, but some people don't have access for various reasons, and others may want to take a break to keep from building up personal debt. The average credit card interest rate is nearly 21%, making it easy to rack up debt. But there are alternatives to traditional credit cards, like prepaid or secured cards. You preload money onto the card, which then acts as your spending limit. The downside is you only have access to the money you currently have, much like a debit card. Buy now, pay later services like Affirm and Klarna are popular. They let you split the cost of a purchase into 4 equal payments over 6 weeks at no interest. But beware, with some buy now, pay later services, missing a payment could cost you up to 25% of your purchase.
If you don't want to really strain your budget that month, you're just stretching out those payments. You do still have to ultimately pay back this amount of money. And so you just want to make sure you're not getting into a bigger amount than you're comfortable with.
Some other options include an arranged overdraft and peer-to-peer lending, but if you're looking to use any of these alternatives, be sure you also pay attention to the interest rates and understand all the fees associated with each method. Mortgage rates are up for the 5th straight week, according to Freddie Mac. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage now averages 7.57%. That's a rise from 7.49% the prior week. Mortgage rates haven't been this high since December of 2000. 1 year ago, the 30-year fixed rate was 6.92%. Freddie Mac's chief economist says there's good news, bad news for potential home buyers. While the economy and incomes continue to grow, there are affordability constraints. That's due to a lack of homes for sale, keeping prices higher. Coming up, another twist in the search to elect another speaker as the GOP's first choice drops out just 1 day after his nomination.
Even good drivers get hurt in accidents. If you've been injured in an accident, find out what your rights are. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546. Cases handled on a percentage basis. No charge for initial consultation. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet. Repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease, and my doctors in Spokane strongly encouraged me to change careers. It's just amazing. Just recently I had a need for a walker. Right there it was. If I need any supplies, they're there for me. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
Save the date! The Three Rivers Bridal Show is coming October 15th. Let us sweep you off your feet with a day of fun, romance, and style. Doors open 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and don't miss the fashion show at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Tickets are only $13 and children 3 and under are free. Discover the best from dress shops, bakeries, photographers, DJs, and more. Your pro team is ready to meet you and make your wedding dreams come true. The Three Rivers Bridal Show tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Toyota Center box office.
Pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, save on Steel gas and battery blowers. Real Steel. Find yours.
Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
In selecting a qualified attorney to help you on your injury claim, remember you have the final choice out of many who are now advertising. So consider the attorney's length of experience, reputation for having satisfied clients, and competence of his or her team.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The chaos continues in the House of Representatives as the GOP's frontrunner for Speaker of the House withdraws from the race. And Secretary of State Antony Blinken traveled to Tel Aviv yesterday as the conflict between Israel and Hamas continues to escalate.
A cloudy weekend is on the way. We hope it doesn't dampen our chance to see the partial eclipse in our area that we're getting tomorrow.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
We are almost at the end of our days, but I know everyone's got their Friday ahead of them. Any big plans for the weekend?
Big plans for the weekend. Checking out that our annular eclipse that we've got happening tomorrow morning. Might take a peek outside around 9:20 to 9:50. It's not going to be covering our entire sun in our region.
That's right.
So if you want to have a sneak peek of that, the real thing.
The real thing.
If you want to see the eclipse tomorrow, it's happening at 9:20. Head down to Bend or Eugene, Oregon. That's where they're going to have the full eclipse pathway.
It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you can see it through the clouds.
Exactly. We will be a little bit cloudy. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. Not any clouds right now. Looks like a pretty clear start to our morning, but our clouds are going to be picking up later on today and especially throughout our weekend. Got a chance of sprinkles this evening and overnight into that cloudy weekend that we were talking about, and we've got some consistent temperatures that are on the way for the next couple of days that are ahead. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We're seeing very clear skies this morning. Again, those are going to be picking up a little bit later on. Let's take a look at the WSU football forecast. Beautiful day that's happening tomorrow as the WSU Cougars take on the University of Arizona Wildcats. 66 at kickoff. We're going to be settling down just a little bit into the end of the game. Beautiful day for the WSU homecoming football game. And again, Martin Stadium gets a little bit chilly, so you may want to bring a blanket. Let's take a look at our daily planner. Mid-60s for the Yakima Valley today. In the Mid-Columbia, we're going to be seeing upper 60s today, and in the Blues, we're going to be seeing upper 60s as well. We're going to be talking about where those showers, potential light showers, are coming in. That's tonight. I'll tell you about it coming up in my full forecast.
Well, call it the curse of Friday the 13th or maybe the whole month of October, as House Republicans still can't agree on a new House Speaker. They say a few holdouts are preventing the election of a Speaker. Louisiana Representative Steve Scalise announced Thursday night he's dropped out of the race. His decision comes as it was becoming clear not enough fellow Republicans would support his bid. And it follows one day after the GOP conference vote to make him the nominee.
I just shared with my colleagues that I'm withdrawing my name as a candidate for the Speaker designee.
if you look at over the last few weeks, if you look at where our conference is, there's still work to be done. Our conference still has to come together and is not there. There are still some people that have their own agendas.
Representative Jim Jordan is a contender for the speakership. He says Republicans will pick someone, but the question is when. The death toll is climbing in Gaza, and politicians in both parties say they want to support Israel now. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says there is no justification for the terror attacks that were launched upon Israel by Hamas over the weekend. He made the comment during a joint press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Tel Aviv Thursday, where he also reiterated the U.S. support. Blinken also announced the American death toll in Israel has risen to at least 27 people. He also likened Hamas crimes to those of ISIS, while stressing that Hamas does not represent the Palestinian people.
We did discuss ways to address the humanitarian needs of people living in Gaza, to protect them from harm while Israel conducts its legitimate security operations to defend itself from terrorism and to try to ensure that this never happens again. We also talked about possibilities for safe passage for civilians who want to leave or get out of the way in Gaza, and that's a conversation, a discussion that we will pursue in the coming days, including with some of the countries that we'll be visiting.
Today, the Israeli military called on all civilians in Gaza City to evacuate southward as it maintains its bombardment in response to Hamas terror attacks. The United Nations warned yesterday that an Israeli military order to evacuate the entire 1.1 million population of northern Gaza was impossible without causing major humanitarian consequences. In its statement today, the IDF said evacuated civilians will be able to return to Gaza City only when another announcement permitting it is made. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We're getting ready for a cloudy weekend and a chance of some sprinkles around the region. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, warm up the voice for a rousing chorus of Anchors Away as today we celebrate the 248th birthday of the United States Navy.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Join the fun at this year's Free Fall Festival, October 12th and 14th. 2 days of free fun, movie night at Fairchild Cinemas in Pasco, and fun and games at Volunteer Park. Brought to you by Gisa Credit Union, Lord's Health, and Pasco Parks and Recreation.
Bruno! Bruno! Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So you know, this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well, anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates. That's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
Join me for a night of magic and memories.
Kelly Ripa hosts Disney's 100th anniversary, featuring the world premiere of Once Upon a Studio and the broadcast premiere of Encanto.
Don't forget the popcorn.
Disney's 100th anniversary celebration, ABC Sunday.
It's a Saturday showdown in Seattle as the Oregon Ducks blow into Husky Stadium to battle Washington. The Ducks, the Huskies, their final regular season Pac-12 meeting ever. Watch Saturday at 12:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
It was dusk. Little Mark Consuelos was on his bike, coming home, heading towards the cemetery. It was to the left.
Not the cemetery.
Next live, Damon Wayans Jr. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Every day is a good day to celebrate the nation's service members, but today is extra special because it's the U.S. Navy's actual birthday, observed every year on October 13th.
It was on that day in 1775 that the Continental Congress greenlighted the first U.S. naval force. That makes today the Navy's 248th birthday.
According to nationaldaycalendar.com, the Continental Navy had just 2 ships and a crew of 80 men at the time of its inception. Today, it has more than 340,000 active duty personnel and upwards of 71,000 reservists. 248 years, so that means in 2 years they've got a really big birthday coming up.
Big birthday coming up. Ooh, well,
I'm sure there will be lots of celebrations.
A big thank you to all of our current and past service members. On Fridays, we wear red to remember everyone deploys, so we got red on today. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. Looking a little blue outside as the sun starts to wake up. I'll have your first alert weather forecast coming up.
And we'll have another installment of the Superintendent Sit Down as Hermiston's Tricia Mooney talks about some of the plans for her school district this school year. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Woods Nursery is a third-generation family-owned business serving the Tri-Cities since 1965. Right now is a great time to plant, and Woods has a wide variety of inventory with the most experienced people in the industry. Visit our beautiful facility with 5 acres of everything you could possibly need, and be sure to check out our gift shop. Woods Nursery thanks you and is looking forward to 50 more years. 2615 Van Giesen off the Bypass Highway in Richland.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot. Where could she?
Hey, everybody. I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, because she's an herbivore.
Hi, Sharks. There is no goofing off in this business.
This pitch is fantastic. It's a simple product. It really works. I want to give the opportunity to you.
I want these guys all to myself.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Is Medicare planning the last thing on your list? If you're approaching retirement age, contact the professionals at Stand Fortier Insurance Services and get answers to all your Medicare insurance questions. Let Stand Fortier guide you through the Medicare maze. Stand Fortier Insurance Services, bringing clarity to the complex.
A guy wearing a mask took your son. He gets snatched by somebody?
Tonight.
Who would do this?
We may finally have an answer to a mystery over 25 years old.
David Muir, Deborah Roberts, the all-new 2020, tonight on ABC.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. A live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. A nice clear morning to start us out, but we're going to be picking up in terms of clouds later on today, and especially through your weekend. We've got a chance of sprinkles as well tonight and in your overnight hours with consistent temps that are on the way. We'll see that in our 7-day forecast. Our Skywatch radar is showing very clear conditions so far this morning, but as we get a little later on in the morning, we're going to be picking up in our clouds some potential showers making their way tonight through the Yakima area especially, but heading over our region in the overnight hours. As we make our way to 9 o'clock tomorrow, we do have some cloud coverage. We've been talking about this annular eclipse that's taking place tomorrow morning around 9:20, 9:25 in our region, but we may have some cloud coverage, so be aware that the clouds may put a damper on the viewing of that eclipse. We're taking a look at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. We see some more cloud and shower activity pick up over the evening and into the overnight hours, but clearing up by Sunday morning. Let's take a look at our current wind speeds. Pretty low, going to be pretty low throughout the entire weekend. Our current temperatures, we are staying in the upper 30s, the lower 40s across the entire region this morning, so it is pretty chilly as you make your way out the door. Highs for today, mid-60s in the Yakima Valley, upper 60s, lower 70s in the Mid-Columbia, and upper 60s, lower 70s in the Blue Mountain region. Let's take a look at our lows for tonight. Possible sprinkles in your overnight hours, upper 40s, lower 50s across the region. A little cool, not quite as cool as we have this morning, however. Let's take a look at this and talk about the eclipse that's happening tomorrow morning. It's an annular eclipse, which means instead of a total eclipse where the moon fully covers the sun for a brief period of time, it will be showing this ring of fire. Here's the local timing for us. It'll be hitting around 9:20 a.m. We have only got a partial eclipse in our region, 70 to 80% coverage. If you want to see the whole annular eclipse experience, Bend and Eugene, Oregon may have a better view starting tomorrow morning. 7-day forecast shows lots of clouds on the way and potential showers. Conditions are in the mid to upper 60s for the next couple of days ahead in the Yakima area. In the Tri-Cities, upper 60s, lower 70s that are ahead. Lots of clouds on the way. Similar in the Walla Walla area, upper 60s, lower 70s ahead. Cloud coverage through the weekend. Chance of light and quick showers tonight and overnight, but we've got these beautiful clouds that are making their way over for a nice October weekend. For your Friday the 13th, cloud coverage, but we do have a lot of sun on the way, but we're going to be aware of those potential later night showers in the Yakima area and potential overnight showers across the rest of our region. Have a fantastic Friday the 13th.
The Biden administration says more than 42,000 people have signed up for the American Climate Corps. The Workforce Training and Service Initiative launched just 3 weeks ago. It's aimed at preparing young Americans for jobs in clean energy and climate resilience. The Corps will support a range of jobs, including restoring coastal wetlands, building clean energy projects, and forest management to help fight wildfires. White House National Climate Advisor Ali Zaida said the Corps will ultimately employ about 20,000 people when it's up and running. According to White House data, signups in the first 3 weeks were largely young people between the ages of 18 and 35. We are sending it over to Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald with the superintendent sit down.
Good morning, Jill. We're sitting down with superintendents as we continue to kick off this school year. We're asking what the most important things are to school districts and what problems education systems are facing. In this edition of the Superintendent Sit Down today, we hear from Hermiston School District Superintendent Tricia Mooney. What are some of the goals for this year for the Hermiston School District?
I would say across the board, we're always looking at student achievement. Our board sets goals for the district, so looking at increased student achievement for all of our students, and student test scores just came out for the state of Oregon, and it's really easy to compare, for example, 3rd grade this year to 3rd grade last year. What we look at is cohort growth, so we're really looking down to individual students within the district and saying, how is this student making growth in this particular area? So that always is a goal for us with academics. Again, for our board to be fiscally responsible, be good stewards of the public dollars. So we have that going on, and to really engage our community is one of our major goals and focus areas this year. We are doing some parent engagement seminars. That's something a little bit different for us, really trying to provide a set of resources and supports to parents. As you know, in a school district, we can provide the supports to students K-12, but really to be partners with our families, looking at how we can better engage our families throughout the course of this year. We brought in Alex Boyer for our students this year and did a parent evening event, if you will. The rain didn't help us out that night, but really looking at ways we can engage all of our families.
What are some of the biggest challenges that the Hermiston School District is facing?
Definitely workforce capacity across the board. That's not unique to Hermiston. Teachers, making sure that we're growing teachers, and we're doing that through programs in the district and how we're supporting both our current employees, but also how we're looking at growing teachers when we work with our students and our pathway for education. So workforce, and that isn't just this year, that's something that we're looking at for the future. Really re-engaging our students and making sure that they're showing up, developing that culture of showing up. So those pieces, I think, you know, as a superintendent, obviously we're always looking at enrollment and, you know, how that's going to impact the future. Definitely that's how schools are funded, so budget, enrollment, those pieces. But really, for us, I think that really looking at, we know we can't be everything to every student, but how can we be something for every student, and really looking at ways that we can connect with our students and make school a safe, positive place for all of our kids, and really promote instruction through that avenue.
And when you say workforce is one of those, is that staffing?
Yes, okay. Staffing across the board, qualified teachers. We are in a unique situation in that we've seen some growth this year. We're looking at some growth with our ADM, so our enrollment, and that impacts funding again. So looking at some growth, we have some great class sizes across the board. We've been able to keep some low class sizes, which is going to allow our teachers really to make those one-on-one connections with all of our students. But along with that, Oregon, the United States, is facing this teacher shortage, and how do we grow staff, grow teachers, but also support our staff that we have. So we have instructional assistants, for example, that are going to school to be a teacher. How can we support them and support their, you know, their academic growth and their pathway to getting that teaching license ultimately?
And this is just a piece of my long conversation with Superintendent Mooney. You can find the extended version on our website or on our YouTube channel, Apple Valley News Now. This has been a week of the Superintendent Sit Down. We'll be back on Monday with an interview with College Place Public Schools Superintendent Jim Fry. Catch us here on Monday. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, secrets of Costco.
We love the fact that you never know what you're going to find when you go there.
David and Susan Schwartz have been researching the ins and outs of Costco's from around the world for more than 5 years, all in their new book, The Joy of Costco. And this morning, they're sharing what they found with GMA.
Costco sells half the world's cashews. They sell 7 times more hot dogs than all Major League Baseball stadiums combined, which is mind-blowing.
The Schwartzes also say pay attention to other services like the pharmacy.
Unbelievable discounts on pharmacy.
Costco takes the actual cost of the generic and marks it up 10 to 14%. And the difference is quite significant.
And if you have a pet, they do pet drugs as well.
We'll have much more secrets from Costco coming up at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look. I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
RSV can severely affect the lungs and lower airways.
But I'm protected with Arexvy.
Arexvy is a vaccine used to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious for those over 60, including those with asthma, diabetes, COPD, and certain other conditions.
But I'm protected.
Arexvy is proven to be over 82% effective in preventing lower respiratory disease from RSV and over 94% effective in those with these health conditions. Arexvy does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients. Those with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects are injection site pain, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and joint pain.
I chose Arexvy.
RSV, make it Arexvy.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Kennewick police are looking for the person responsible for a drive-by shooting that put Kamiakin High School into a temporary lockdown yesterday afternoon. Officers responded to the 700 block of North Arthur Street. Witnesses told police they saw a white vehicle leaving the area. A nearby apartment building was struck during the shooting, but no one was injured. The lockdown at Kamiakin was lifted once it was considered safe. The Central Washington Athletics Conference has sanctioned the Sela School District after allegations of inappropriate behavior at a volleyball match at Sela High School on September 28th. The sanctions force all matches between Prosser and Sela to be played in neutral territory. Extra supervision must be present at events. No more Sela student fans are allowed at Prosser High School games. A one home game ban for Sela students, as well as a new seating arrangement for Sela home games. Good Shepherd Healthcare System in Hermiston is holding a full-scale disaster preparedness drill coming up on Tuesday, October 17th. The simulation provides training to Good Shepherd staff on their roles and responsibility during disasters and how to coordinate response efforts with other agencies. Access to medical care will not be affected, as Good Shepherd will remain fully operational during this time. The Tri-Fi Film Festival is celebrating its 15th annual event this weekend, showing dozens of movies created by filmmakers from all over the world. The festival begins tonight, taking place at the Uptown Theater in Richland. More than 200 tickets sold early this year, more than all tickets sold through the festival last year. Tickets for the event are available online and at the door. A fundraiser is taking place this Saturday to help support the Union Gap Library and Community Center, currently under construction. Crews broke ground on the project in May with plans to open the new building next year. The Friends of Union Gap Library and Community Center is planning a book sale tomorrow to help fund building accessories and programs. The sale will take place in the parking lot of Heritage Bank on South 1st Street in Yakima from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. A live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. Mostly clear skies this morning, but as we move on in the day, increase in clouds for a cloudy weekend, chance of some sprinkles tonight and overnight, and consistent temps that are on the way. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. Very clear skies, as I said. Those clouds are going to be picking up. Let's take a look at our current temps right now, mostly in the upper 30s, lower 40s. So pretty chilly as you take a step outside this morning. Let's take a look at our WSU football forecast. WSU homecoming football is tomorrow. Cougars versus Wildcats. Kickoff is at 4 o'clock with 66 degrees. A beautiful, beautiful temps for that game. Drive home 61. So it's going to be pretty nice and consistent throughout the game. Again, Martin Stadium at Giza Field gets pretty chilly, so you may want to bring a blanket because those games do get a little bit cold. Let's take a look at our highs for today. Mid 60s for the Yakima Valley. In the Mid-Columbia, we're going to be seeing upper 60s and the lower 70s. And in the Blue Mountain region, upper 60s, lower 70s as well. We've got some beautiful conditions that are ahead for our region, some increase in clouds, some cooler temperatures, and we're going to be seeing that potential shower pickup in our overnight periods for the most part tonight and tomorrow night. But other than that, staying nice and dry and beautiful. Jill?
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can find the latest at applevalleyNewsNow.com.